Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 of the £2 coins to have a hunt through, looking for commemoratives, ones of more than face value. Ideally though, we want new ones for the book. Firstly though, this is the first time I'm recording with my 2020Q t-shirts, available on Teesprings, links in the description if you'd like to grab yourself one. There's a whole range of different colours, only the white one has arrived for me so far, so you're going to be seeing a lot of this shirt in the next few videos. But yes, onto the book. So what are we missing? We need two £2 coins, we need the England Commonwealth Games, and we need Mary Rose as well. Other than that, we've got all the other ones up to and including the Great Fire of London. The 2021 Britannia, we've been told, is a coin that will circulate. So whether we see one soon or whenever, who knows? But there is a space ready for it when it does decide to turn up. So let's get into this bag, see what we find. Right, we're getting to the first bag, and I'll show you what it is that we are looking for. So that is technologies. We don't want technologies. There are some lower minted technologies years, but not low enough that I think it's worth keeping. Oh dear, looks like we've got a case of the diddlies on this first bag, so nothing found in that bag. Hopefully not a sign of things to come. And apologies about my last £2 coin hunt. I think it's the last one I recorded when I was batch recording a whole bunch of videos like I'm doing now. We've got Charles Dickens there. That's a fairly common £2 coin. But yes, the whole subject of conversation in my last £2 coin hunt, we'll get to my point eventually, but we've got another commemorative there. This is the VE Day Anniversary. A very common coin. We have counters tracking some of the common ones and also some of the uncommon ones, just out of curiosity to see how many we find over the course of filling a book. But yes, the topic of conversation in my last £2 coin hunt was all about how I think the Strike Your Own is going to happen, what I think is going to happen, my expectations. And days after I recorded that video, they announced exactly what was going to happen with the new Strike Your Own, and I was wrong. My prediction unfortunately wasn't right. But no, it's a bit of a shame that that video is still going to be going up, because it seems silly to scrub that video just because I was wrong. But there we go, these things happen, don't they, when you're trying to predict what things are going to happen, but also because of a potential lockdown, I decided to record a whole bunch of videos in advance. In fact, this one I'm recording very much in advance still, so this isn't going to come out for many weeks until obviously I run out of videos to put out. So this one anyway. We've got Lord Kitchener there. So Lord Kitchener itself is a fairly common coin. There is a mule error to be had though, which means that the obverse doesn't match the reverse, so it should say £2 at the bottom, which this one does. If you find one without the £2 at the bottom, that is the mule error. Sadly though, that one is just fine. Finding a mule error would be very exciting. I wouldn't be the first, but I would be very happy to be in that very select few that have found one out in their coin hunts from their change. We've got Brunel's Portrait there, again a fairly common coin that we see on the regular basis. There's two Brunel coins, Brunel's Portrait, Brunel's Arches. But as I said, both of them fairly common. But again, they are on the counters just to see how many we find over the course of filling the book. But no, looking forward to all these new coins we're getting in the new year. Well, now we're in the new year, because we'll have had the annual set. As of recording, we haven't had the annual set yet. We know which coins are going in there. That's been announced. The standout one for me is the... we'll come back to that in a moment, because this is going to be something. Ooh, it's a Navy Centenary. Very nice. So these are fairly scarce. I am very lucky. I find lots of Navy Centenaries and I keep them. I've got my own little flotilla. Commodore collects. That's a fantastic find to have. But yeah, the one that jumps out to me at the moment is the Alexander Graham Bell £2 coin, which it looks very nice, but it's a little bit. It looks a bit odd, I think. So again, my annual set video might already be out, so I've not had the coin in my hand yet. There's the second of the Brunels. It's Brunel's Achievements, the Archers at Paddington Station. As we know, we see that one on the fairly regular, not particularly exciting, but it is a new coin for today's hunt, as the variety to the hunt, and every collection needs one to be complete, so no coin is pointless, even Benjamin Bunny. But yes, so the Alexander Graham Bell, it's wire. What? 2 Navy Centenaries already. We've got tons of bags to get through already, still to go. No flag error, you can see, and that's on both of them as well. You've got the mast there, which is a nice clean 2 lines. Sometimes there's a bit of extra metal there, which looks like a flag or a sleeping cat, people have called it. But yeah, 2 navies is good going. There's our next find. It's the wireless transmission Marconi. Again, fairly common coin, but it is a pretty design. I don't mind finding those, but they go back to the bank because they're a very common coin. What was I prattling on about before I got interrupted? Oh, like Alexander Graham Bell. Well, this is Active Union. This one is a fairly common coin as well. We'll pop it on the top row. Getting a good variety of different finds in today's video so far. It's fine. It just looked like it was the colour slightly off. Oh, there we go. Britannia. So Britannia became the definitive, replacing technology as the definitive design in 2015. Not many were minted for circulation in 2015, so it's a scarce coin. 2016, more were made, but still desirable quantities of mintages. And 2021, we haven't seen in circulation yet. That's a very grubby 2016. So values I put on are not based on quality. If I had to factor that in, then it would get too complicated and subjective. So it's just averages of what they've been selling for on eBay. And there we go, another one that's over face value ever so slightly. Robert Burns, not massively over face value, but still a nice welcome find. We'll pop that down on the bottom row next to that grubby Britannia. So yeah, Alexander Graham Bell, not Alexandra. It looks like a very odd sort of design. It intrigues me. So, oh wow, there's another nice one. We are getting some stonking luck today. Magna Carta. Obviously, Magna Carta, it's quite common to find little bits of card metal around his crown, around the bottom of his throne there. We haven't been checking for IRBs. So the different portraits on those coins. We'll check on the 2 Navy Centenaries. They're both Jody Clark's. So unfortunately, nothing too exciting there. Yeah, Alexander Graham Bell. That £2 coin that I will finish talking about. It's an intriguing design. It looks odd. It looks different, which I quite like. It sort of jumps at me and goes, ooh. So yeah, whether I like it when I get it in my hand or not is a whole other question. Rugby World Cup there, another fairly common coin. But no, my big hope for the year is that we get more than 2 £2 coins, because last year we only got 2, which is a real shame, because my favourite silver proofs to buy are the £2 coins. I just think they look absolutely stunning. So a set like the RAF set, when we had all of those different, not all planes, there's a helicopter as well, and the RAF crest as well was a beautiful set to have. DNA double helix there, another very nice design, but a very common coin. So yes, I'm hopeful that we're going to get more than 2 £2 coins. The big odd thing is Alexander Graham Bell, who sort of shouts innovation of science, especially because it's the telephone, much like John Logie Bird's television that came out last year. But it's the first innovation in science that's not on a 50 pence, which I think is a bit odd. You have this running sort of collection of 50 pences. Now you are branching off, diverting, sort of zagging from your usual pattern and putting one on a £2 coin, which I think is odd. But to have a Alexander Graham Bell coin that's not an innovation in science is equally bizarre. But anyway, here we've got the Active Union again, which will pop down there. So yeah, I don't know, it might not be an innovation in science. I think it'd be very odd not to call it innovation in science, but who knows. We've got Army Centenary there, fairly common one, which you see quite often, so we'll pop that down there. Pop it down out of the way. And there we've got another Marconi wireless transmission. Pop down with the other Marconi we got earlier on. Nothing else to be had there. But no, like I said, I was wrong with the strike your own in my guesstimate, in my guess. So I could be wrong on the expectations around this Alexander Graham Bell £2 coin. But who knows what this year will bring. My top coin from last year, as I showed in my summation of all the coins I bought from the Royal Mint through 2021, my top coin was the Queen's Beast Complete coin, which was not a coin I was anticipating coming out. So not one that I'm sure people knew it was going to happen, but I did not. Wireless transmission again there, which will pop with the other 2 that we have found. And there we go. Another one similar to Robert Burns. It's slightly over face value, not massively so. It's the Golden Guinea. Lovely design. We don't see it too often. Belongs on that bottom row with the other over face value finds. We've got a good little bottom row building there. Can't complain about that. We're going to do an edge hunt now, whereby we check the edge inscriptions of the £2 coins. If it says standing on the shoulders of giants, that's an Isaac Newton quote that features on the Technologies £2 coin. So here we've got the Sure Shield of Britain, which should be another Navy centenary, if you can believe it. 3 Navy centenaries in one video. Unbelievable. I said I was lucky with these. Commodore collects. Oh, check the IRB. Now you can see JC Jodie Clark's portrait, 5th portrait of the Queen. Nothing else to be had there. The interesting thing about the portraits of the Queen, obviously the Jubilee 50p is going to feature a different portrait of the Queen. Whether that is a new portrait or whether it is an existing repurposed portrait like the Decimal Day 50p, the annual set, the annual set coin had the Arnold Machin first portrait. Well, there we go. Before was it first? No, second. I can't remember. My brain's frazzled. I've just found a very nice coin. It's the London Underground train. One of my favourites. It's such a beautiful design. And another one that is over face value. So we'll pop that down with our ever growing line of over face value finds, which is wonderful. So yes, Jubilee. So the Jubilee 50p, the Platinum Jubilee. We believe it's going to be similar to the annual set might have a different portrait, and there will be a strike on the day at the Royal Mint Experience on Jubilee Day that will again have that alternative portrait. There's another Rugby World Cup. But yeah, whether it's going to be... I think the rumour is, from the Royal Proclamation, it'll be the Queen on horseback, which sort of calls back to one of the older 25 pences. There's a very standout edge inscription there. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't know if it's just the lighting, but the 1, 2, 3, 4th one down. Looks like it's standing on the shoulders of giants. There's something that doesn't sit right with me on this one. The beading isn't perfect, but that's quite common to see. It just seems very crisp. And again, the lettering being one way around doesn't really make any difference. It's 50-50 whether it's this way around or that way around. I don't know, there's something odd about this coin. For a coin that's been supposed to be in circulation 21 years, this is got a very nice finish to it. A couple of dinks, a couple of scrapes as you'd expect, but I don't know. Let me know what you think about that coin in the comments, because anyway, that jumped out as me as being a little bit odd. VE Day anniversary again. But yes, whether we're going to get a brand new portrait of the Queen or whether a repurposed portrait of the Queen, we expect that it is going to be her on horseback. I think it's the silver Jubilee 25p, or what was previously called the Crown commemorative, that big old coin. Whether they're going to repurpose that there's not a portrait, but that design effectively, I'm not sure. Another act of union. Add to our growing pile of acts of unions. Nothing else there. We've got a couple of bags left to go. Penultimate bag, we'll do an edge hunt. Again, just look at the lighting. It just looks an odd colour. If we just put a normal Technologies next to it, it's just picking up the light in a very odd way. Don't know. Who knows? Right. Let's zoom in and check the edge inscriptions. I'm seeing lots of standings on the shoulders of giants. Oh no. We will double check, just to make sure I haven't missed anything obvious, but I think this is just a case of the diddlies, unfortunately. No, nothing to be had from that bag, sadly. Well, all of a sudden we find ourselves on the last bag of the hunt. For those of you have watched this far into the video, you might be interested to know I have a Discord server. You can click the link in the description to come and join that and have a chat with myself and a bunch of other coin collectors on there. Alternatively, if you're not on Discord, you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and there's the PO box you can write into if you so wish. We were going out with a bit of a whimper on that last bag, but we can't complain at all these amazing finds that we have had. What I'm going to do now is just check the coins off to the side for rotations, check the edge inscriptions and rotations and all the commemoratives as well, and see what we've got. Well, the rotations and edge inscriptions are all fine on all those coins, nothing new to be found there, but again, just to show you, this is the 2000 technologies I pulled out, and this is just a random year 2000 technologies that I've pulled out. They both weigh fine, they both weigh similar amounts, and the hologram on this one may be just a little bit too pronounced, but if it hasn't been circulated as much or whatever, and all the details of the queen seem fine to me, so I'm not quite sure why this one is in such pristine quality. Maybe it's just one that hasn't circulated as much as sat in a jar or someone's wallet since the year 2000, and now it's made its way out. So it's an interesting oddity, one that I'm going to keep because it's good quality, but do let me know your thoughts on why you think this is good quality. It's quite sharp edges as well, so whether that's come from sort of an annual set, I don't know, but fascinating stuff anyway. The star finds from today's hunt, my goodness, we have been well and truly spoiled. I'm going to pick those as my star finds. Absolutely fantastic stuff. These are the hunts that you want to have. Nothing new for the book, sadly, but these things happen. Eventually, those last two coins will turn up. We've just got to keep going. Eventually, they will. Do let me know down in the comments which is your favourite coin from today's hunt. And all that leads me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.